Guys and girls, thank you very much for tuning in. My name's Harry Crowther and welcome back to Grape Times, a little Christmas edition for you. Surprise, surprise, I'm going to look at a little bit of port. To my great shame, about a week ago I was sat at my mum and dad's house and I was watching, or I got sucked into watching I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. Congratulations to Georgia Toff, well deserved my love. The question they had to answer during this Dingo Dollar Challenge was, how much does the average household spend on Christmas? This is all in food, drink, presents, decorations and so on. The average household in the UK spends around about £800 a year on Christmas, which I think is absolutely bonkers. The most important thing is the booze cupboard and how well it is stocked up, and if you are going to spend a lot of money on the decorations and presents, which most will do, I get that. Here are some options for you on the port front. So we're doing Christmas port for under a tenner. I've got 2 bottles from Waitrose and 2 bottles from Sainsbury's, over 2 different styles, a ruby and a tawny. The first 2 with the white and blue labelling are from Waitrose. It's the own brand made by the Symington family. Symington also more famous for Graham's, Dow's, Wars. Moving across, we've got a ruby and a tawny also from Sainsbury's. Own brand. I don't really go shopping in Waitrose that much, but when you can get a sub £10 port, it's definitely worth a visit. What do they taste like? For me personally, I would rather drink a tawny port. I just prefer the style. It's what we call a bit more oxidative. It's really the way that it's been aged. Tawnies have been aged in smaller oak barrels, which allows for more oxidation, loses its colour quicker and gains more nutty, raisiny tones as opposed to ruby, which stays nice and dark like a red wine. Given the fact that this is a sub £10 tawny, there's not a terrible amount of oxidation that's happened. Definitely nothing on the brown side of things, and definitely nothing on the nutty side of things either, but that's not really what you want or what you're expecting from something I'm guessing is 5 to 7 years old. It has lost a little bit of colour. It's almost like a Pinot Noir in its appearance, and the nose has definitely got a little bit more raisined and figged. It's still got the fruit, it's still quite aromatic, but it's not fresh, it's a little bit more baked. Tawny from Sainsbury's, awesome labelling. Again, colour wise, just as I would expect, same as its Waitrose counterpart. Bear in mind guys, £1.50 more or less cheaper. And it's got a little bit more about it on the nose as well. Way more aromatic, still a little bit fresher, might be a year or 2 younger out of the barrel. And that is a better wine for me. More aromatic, it's still more, it's a little bit riper on the palate as well, and actually it doesn't put hairs on my chest. More integrated than the tawny from Waitrose. So, say no's. 1-0, thank you very much, £7 for my Christmas tawny, super happy with that. Ruby port, we'll start with Waitrose again. So the ruby, much darker in colour, a little bit heavier, a little bit denser, and the fruit is a little bit more like Ribena, a bit more Vimto, okay? Decent depth of flavour, nice finish, some quite nice acidity on that as well actually. There's a touch of dryness, which if you're not into super over sweet dessert wines or fortified wines, it might be a really nice option for you. To compare that, the ruby from Sainsbury's with the awesome label now in red instead of yellow. Again, like the tawny, it's more aromatic than the Waitrose wines, which is a pleasant surprise. On the palate, riper, more full-bodied, more sweetness, which isn't good or bad, it's more a personal thing. I prefer it. I've got to say, I think it's 2-0 to Say No's. Guys, that is your Christmas ports sorted for £14, which means you can go and spend the other £786 on all the Christmas lights you want. And a very Merry Christmas from me.